And the same is true about Latvia. If you look at the transaction number in Latvia, then the graph there is also very, very drastic. However, what we are seeing now this year is exactly this. The number of transactions is recovering. It will not go back to 5,000. We never believe that it will be 5,000 in Estonia and 7,000 in Latvia. No way. However, it doesn't have to. If we get stability in the transaction volumes, then we also start seeing the stability in the prices. Because the recovery started only this year and we only have data for the first month of this year, then it's a bit too early to say if it is really recovery or not. We strongly feel it is, because we are also seeing that the prices, or the average price in these 1,200 transactions that we are using data from, the average price in there has also stopped decreasing very fast. For example, the average price in March for the country of Estonia was still dropping 12% month on month. However, the month-on-month price drop in April was 2.9%. So we feel that it is bottoming out. We are not expecting fast recovery of this and that. However, we don't need to, because as we all know, the construction prices have also decreased very, very dramatically. So there is plenty of construction resource available and the prices are ridiculously low. So if we could start a new project today, then the prices we have today are actually enabling companies to make money. Valuation reports. Going down, of course, like everything. Average prices in Riga, yes. Now, pay attention, the last figure is 572 euros per square meter on average in Riga. And that's a really low figure. I don't know by heart, but the average income of a person or a private person in Riga is, I suspect, somewhere between 700 and 800 euros. So we are seeing a price level on the average transaction price also already significantly below average income, and this is one of these key turning points where you can decide whether a market is expensive or not so expensive. If these figures are like it was in, say, July 2 years ago, that the average price was 1,600, it's, twice the average income? Now that's too high, that's obvious. So we are seeing that the kind of these rules of thumb, what is expensive, what is not expensive, these things are working out, and 570 is definitely not expensive. What we have done over the crisis, we have actually been able to keep the level of sales at a certain level, in the sense that we have always sold, as you can see over the last year or so, roughly 20 to 25 units per quarter. And there is the first quarter of last year, it included one package deal, and therefore it has a big figure in there. However, I'd like to say that we have learned what to do when the crisis is in your industry, and the recipe is actually very simple. You have to have a good product. You have to have a good product, and on top of your good product, you put the very best price there is in the market, and this enables you to sell. And we have demonstrated over the last year, at least, that we have kept certain level of sales. We have done it because we have fairly good or reasonable products that we are selling. Because when you don't have a reasonable product or a good product to sell, then nobody will ever buy it. You can sell an apartment for 200 euros in Vilnius or Riga as well. But if it is a crappy apartment in a crappy end of town, then nobody will ever buy it, even if it's 200 yes. And this is one of the key indicators who will stay alive. those with reasonable portfolio of assets will stay alive because they are able to get rid of them. If your portfolio is full of crap, then sorry, but you can't get even rid of it. Construction division, as you can see, we used to have a very big backlog, say 20 million euros. Now it's down to half of it. Then again, what we are seeing, and if we're looking at the last quarter on the graph, which is the new order signed, this is reflecting exactly this, that what governments are doing all around the areas we're working in is governments have decided now is the time to invest, because by the end of the day they will end up taking up the bill, yes. And this comes through the public procurements, the construction of roads, bridges, water treatment plants, all these funny things must be done now. And so we are seeing that the order book is building up again, but it is only because of government and municipalities. There's nothing else in there. No private companies constructing today, nothing. And therefore, all of this business that we are having in construction today is really this water treatment plants and sewage systems in various parts of the country. Yes. There's nothing else. No private company is constructing today. Outlook 2009. We have managed to level out ourselves as well. As I mentioned, down from 650 people to 250, yes. It might go down a bit as well. However, there is no big rush for this anymore because we are able to pay out the salaries, keep the rents, and service our debts. And for the time being, this is sufficient. We are not looking to make big gains or big profits this year. And so we are expanding those businesses that we can. And facility management is for those of you who are not familiar with the term, facility management is basically taking care of a house. An office building always needs somebody to plug in the light bulbs and take care of the cleaning and facade refurbishments and these small things. This is facility management. And in our service division we have part of that. And as our projects are getting ready in Bulgaria, in Sofia, and then we have introduced this service because we have our in-house capability and demand for this. Then life is not all dead. We signed, just as an example, a 10-year lease agreement in Sofia with an Austrian retail company called Billa. Billa is one of the biggest retailers in Austria, and they are in Sofia with different concepts. Like Maxima has this triple X and double X and 1X, and then Billa also has these different concepts with the more expensive shops and the middle-class shops and the hypermarkets. And because our house is in the center of town, they signed a lease agreement with us for this more expensive shop. And these things are going on. Lease agreements are being done, and people are actually renting offices and buying apartments. So this rumor about everything is totally dead and totally out is definitely not so.